playoff spot tonight. What does that mean to you and this team, and what's Phil's message after the game being able to do that?
Yeah, no, it's big. We had to. My bad, I just got done lifting.
Oh, good.
But yeah, we had to win out like last three games to give ourselves a chance to, qualify for the playoffs. Obviously, every year the goal is to win. So it's definitely big. It's big for us to be able to get into playoffs and give ourselves a chance to advance.
What's this season been like for you individually? What have you been able to develop in your game, and where have you been able to improve, individually as the season's gone on?
Yeah. I would say a lot of things. It's been a grind of a season for sure. A lot of ups and downs and stuff like that. But yeah, as you said, a lot of learning, just getting more comfortable and just in the system. With the guys, just getting comfortable, just being on the court with like NBA in an NBA setting. Like NBA rules and stuff like that. Just the pace of the game for sure, and then just individually, yeah, just working on, just shooting threes in the pocket, just finding looks on the perimeter, and just overall working on my game, either like in the paint, touch shots, floaters, just learning to make consistently the reads of pick and roll and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a lot of learning for sure.
This is a big game. It was a playoff atmosphere. You had to win this particular game. At the end of the game, what do you look for to show that you've had a good game? Obviously, shooting is one way to measure good game, but are there other things that you look for in terms of measuring how well you played?
Yeah, just effort, for real. Like, if I gave it all or gave my best when I was the minutes that I was on the court, just playing with effort, helping the guys on defense, just guarding my guy, just applying pressure, disrupting in any way that I can, and just taking care of the ball. On the offensive side, just the less turnovers, the better, obviously, and then just shooting the good shots that present themselves.
Being a professional, a lot of it is mental. You talked about some ups and downs. How'd you get through sort of those rough moments this year?
Yeah, I would say just knowing that's gonna happen. Like it happens to everybody. Nobody goes through a season like perfectly, like just like on continuously like on the rise. So just knowing that it's gonna happen and it doesn't change who you are as a player overall. Like it's just you're gonna have good games, you're gonna have bad games. You want to try and have more good games than bad games, and that's just what it is. Just the most important thing is just showing up every day, and just putting in work consistently day by day and winning the day. So that's what it's about. I think like not focusing on the result and more focusing on just day-to-day process.
Is that something that you learned here, or did you come to Boston with that, or come to Maine with that mindset?
Yeah, no, I already kind of operated like that since college, maybe like a couple of years ago. But I would say here in the NBA and the G League, it's on a different level a little bit because it's way more. Because it's more games, so it's more chances for it to there's more chances for stuff to happen, kind of every game, So it's definitely, it's definitely like on a it's a different level of, of competition, obviously, and just just day-to-day grind, I would say, with like all the travel and stuff too.
How has Phil been able to help you as a guard, and what are the conversations you guys have, throughout the course of a game, and have you ever gone back and even like watched some of his highlights, seen what he was like as a player?
Yeah, I remember like watching him play when he was on the Celtics without just pulling up his highlights. Like I remember just following the league and like him being on the Celtics roster. Yeah. So I remember him from that for sure, and just throughout the season, there's been a lot of like he just whenever he sees something like he in the game he'll tell me like now's the time to push the pace, like now's the time to like pull back a little bit and just control the game. You know, just different just moments. Just moments in the game, kind of just controlling the clock and just the pace of the game and just the rhythm of the game, stuff like that. He's helped me with a lot. So yeah.
What do you remember about the experience you guys got to go practice in Boston? Obviously, helped Jason get ready for his return with that scrimmage. You know, how did you learn that you guys were going to do that as a team, and what was it like to be able to actually help him and have that scrimmage?
Yeah, it was a great experience. You know, we found out. I don't remember for real, but maybe like they just told us maybe like 2 or 3 days before that we were on like a road trip, I think, that we were gonna come back and drive down and scrimmage. So yeah, but we treated it as just as an opportunity for us to get better. Just playing against a player like him, you wanna just be ready. You don't want to get just like punked or anything like that. So I just want to be competitive and put your best foot forward and just like work on our stuff at the same time. So yeah, it was good for us, I would say, for sure.
I'm sure that was your first, or maybe one of your first times actually getting to see him play. And, you've probably had some conversations throughout the year with him to that point. But what stood out to you most about actually seeing him play for the first time and going up against him?
Seen him play in practice or in the garden?
In the scrimmage.
In the scrimmage, what stood out to me, just like how kind of just polished his game is. Just like he knows his spots. He knows his shots that he's comfortable with, and he's gonna get to that. Like one way or another, he gonna like bump you or do whatever move he needs to do to get to those spots and just shoot, just shoot the shots that he wants to shoot, not the ones that like the defense dictates him or like we want him to shoot. So yeah, just like yeah, just I would say just how he obviously the game is super slow for him. Probably like he gets to his spots. So I would say that just the ability to kind of whatever defense is thrown at him just to make the right play and make something happen.
What was it like for you to sign a standard contract with Boston earlier this month, and how did you find out that was going to happen?
Yeah, it was great. Great feeling. Obviously, dream about it, kind of your whole life, not really knowing if it's gonna happen or not. But yeah, I'm just gonna just put in work every day, just hoping that the opportunity presents itself. So yeah, definitely grateful. And what was the second part of the question?
How did you find out that was going to happen?
I think Mike or my agent. Yeah, my agent or Mike might have told me like the day before or something like that, or like 2 days before. So yeah, they just texted me or my agent called me, something like that. Yeah.
Max, your story is a fascinating story. You've come a long way. There was a point probably in college you probably didn't think you would be here. Now that you're here, you're living your dream. What's next for you as a professional?
Yeah, I would say just I don't really like to look too much ahead, too far ahead, because the way I used to like think like that and have that mindset and just looking too much forward and like without really being present right now and like without really doing the most that I can right now in order to put myself in a better position in the future. But yeah, just like I'm gonna just keep doing what I've been doing that got me to this position, which is just taking it day by day and just try to get better every day. Just coming in the gym with the right intention, with intention to like work on something, either get stronger or on the court or just like learn like the schemes that we're running or whatever, film. So just the mindset of coming in every day and try to get better and just see where that takes me.
What are you grateful for at this point in your career?
Grateful at this point in my career,
Yeah.
just to be able to play still. This is what I dreamt about, just playing basketball for a living. Obviously, being in the NBA is a different type of blessing. But definitely just being able to every day just wake up and play basketball, hoop for a living is what I'm most thankful for sure.
Last one for me. What impressed you most about Nimi this season and
Yeah.
how far he's come in the year he's at?
Yeah, Nimi. I've known Nimi. We played together at Utah State, so I've known him for like 6 years now, something like that. So I seen it. I seen it at Utah. Obviously, a different level of competition. So yeah, now it's great to see him having his opportunity and just showing everybody what he's able to do. Is it's a great feeling knowing how much of a grind it's been for him the last 4 years. Being on a two-way with the Kings, then Boston. Just slowly working his way up, and now he got an opportunity to show what he can do, and he's doing it at a elite level. Helping on us get a lot of wins. Being the paint presence, just setting great screens for everybody, just doing the little things that not everybody sees. But yeah, it's been a great year for Nimi for sure.